Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 878 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Sam Becker on, and we're going to be talking about one of the, if not the most important thing that you need to have right when you're doing any kind of marketing or selling online, and that's having amazing copy. When we say copy, we mean your sales pages, any kind of words, or even videos that you're using in order to get people to buy. However, a lot of times it either takes a lot of work and you have to learn how to do it all yourself, or you're going to pay a ton of money to a copywriter, just like I normally have to do in order to get results, but not anymore with Sam's Scriptengage tool. Let's get into it. Here's Sam. We are here today with Sam Becker. Sam, welcome back to the show.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Sam, today we're going to be talking about something that I think, unfortunately, for the average person, they might not understand just how important it is, just how big of a part this portion of launching products goes, of creating products, of creating squeeze pages, pretty much anything in your business, and just how important having copywriting done in a correct way is for a business. Also, getting good copy, whether it's creating it yourself, which you're going to have to learn how to do it and spend hours and hours or days or years learning how to do it, and then actually having to write it, or paying someone to do it for you. It can be a really big headache for us. So I just wanted to start off by saying that when I first got started, I didn't think it was very exciting. But now it's probably one of the most exciting parts of my business, and one of the things that gets me most pumped up about doing different product launches and creating and selling in general. If you mess this part up, you're dead in the water in the beginning. So I'm going to read off the headline for this, and we'll get right into it. You have here, it says, warning, why one word in the wrong place could cost you thousands. The dirty little secret top companies don't want you to know about making sales and profits. And it says here, you have under here, tell all video reveals how to motivate your customers to buy from you over and over again. So bring us into this, Sam, and tell us what it's all about.
Sure. So this is a software that solves mainly three main problems, I guess. The fact that when you go to write copy, if you're new to copywriting, you may not necessarily be very good at it. If you are, trying to hire a copywriter, it can usually cost between $1,000 and $5,000. And also, there's no guarantee that necessarily it'll be the best copy. Or you can study it, learn it, get really good at writing copy yourself, but that takes significant amount of time and effort to actually do that. So what we did is we created a software that solves those problems by, basically creating sales copy for you in quite a unique way. We partnered up with a professional copywriter, a guy that works with a number of large companies in multiple different niches. He has a number of different he's a consultant to a number of different companies. And he basically had written all these different scripts. We were able to package them up in such a way that we can ask a series of questions, or our software can ask a series of questions of you, and then with those questions, it can then implement them into all of these different scripts. So all you need to do is simply select what type of niche you're in, what type of script you want, and you've got your script already done for you. And obviously this is important, and the main reason this is important for people is that sales copy can really be the difference between a business succeeding and a business failing. I learned this when I was really just getting started out. The person that had introduced me to online marketing, a guy named Muhammad Ali, his name was actually Muhammad Ali.
I was like, okay, I didn't know you were that old, Sam.
He was working out of my parents' basement. Basically, they had this rental home that they were renting, and he was working on the bottom story of that. And he was the first one that introduced me to all of this stuff. And he always was telling me, copywriting is the key. And he was working on his conversions, showing me his data. And he was making a few $100s a week at the time. And then I met up with him a few years later when I was really trying to get into online marketing after trying and failing many times. And again, he said again, copywriting is the key. At that stage, he had made millions of dollars online. He had one of the, for his category here, the top converting product on ClickBank, and he'd been selling consistently with that product for a long period of time, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and he had really made it. And he always told me, copywriting. So I went to do my first big product launch. And that was the last thing that I actually considered, even though it had been hit into me so many times. That was the last thing I considered. We received a ton of traffic to this launch that we were launching over ClickBank, and it completely flopped. And I remember what Mohammed had told me, and I went out, found a copywriter, spent $5,000 with them to rewrite the copy. And then the next time I launched that product, we made over $100,000 for that single launch. And that was my second launch on ClickBank. My first had failed completely, but I was just launching the same product on ClickBank, and the second one made over $100,000. So what it shows is there was no change in the product itself. My product was exactly the same product. From memory, I don't think we added anything into it. All we did is spend a long period of time making sure that this sales copy was written correctly. And that's really the impact that sales copy can have. It can really, it can be, the reason your launch completely flunks, or the reason it succeeds. And when we talk about copywriting, we're talking about ethical copywriting, obviously. Copywriting that helps to promote a good product. If you have a really good product, why wouldn't you want to showcase the best features and the best benefits of that product? It only makes sense to do that. And sometimes it's really difficult to find the right words that really convey the product in the right way, that the right audience will, know, oh, this is for me, I need to get access to this. So what our software does is it hopefully will give you an opportunity to be able to, first of all, feature your software in such a way, or feature your training, feature your product, even feature your e-commerce product in a way that people read it and they think, well, that fits with what I want, and they'll be able to get access and buy. So it takes away of all the hassle of needing to learn the psychology behind it, all the hassle of needing to learn how to structure copy, all the hassle of needing to know where to put certain words, and it does it all for you. So you're confident when you generate a script that you can go ahead and use that script and know that it's created by a professional copywriter. It should really showcase your software or your product or whatever it is you're selling in the right type of way, and you can go out and use it.
I just want to bring back and touch on a point that you made here, how the only difference between the first time that you launched and the second was your copywriting there, and your product was the same. I think that's pretty amazing that a lot of people, when they go to create and launch and put out a product, they focus so much of their time on the actual product, and they'll forget to put time and effort into the sales copy, and their launch will just bomb because people don't understand what they're buying. People need to know the features and the benefits and how and any kind of proof and testimonials, all that stuff. It's so important, and if you're not able to portray that correctly, it's going to fail. Plus, this can be a really dangerous weapon. You and I both are familiar with some unethical marketers that have figured out how to create really, really, really great copy and really crappy products. And they figured out that, unfortunately, that really good copy can sell anything, which we don't want. And I know you're just like me. We don't want people to use your software as a weapon of evil, but it's a pretty dangerous weapon, a pretty powerful weapon. If it's in the right hands, it's a good, powerful weapon. If it's in the wrong hands, it can be really dangerous. And that's when that's when the people that are selling the garbage can actually sell it, because they've got really good copy. So it's very, very powerful is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, there are consequences if you do use the software, you don't have a good product to back it up, or you write copy and don't have it to back it up. Chances are people will refund, or they won't buy off you again. So, if you do this in the right way, people will, they'll read it, they'll think, oh yeah, this is for me, I definitely want this, and they won't be disappointed when they get inside, and they'll buy again and again and again, and you can continue to use, that copy to sell and, reveal other things to them that they might want to buy again and again and again, because, they trust you, and there's a trust element to it that's so important as well. One other thing to mention as well, actually, is that I know you've got people on your subscriber list and people that view your website that are into affiliate marketing, or have products that they're developing in whatever niche that are related to affiliate marketing. One thing that I noticed when I first launched as well, and one of the big differences was that on the first launch I had probably even more affiliates that wanted to promote, but they sent some traffic to my launch and it didn't convert for them, and they didn't promote again. So basically after the first day, my launch had ended. What happened the second time that I launched is affiliates sent some traffic once again. They were a bit more skeptical this time, but they sent some more traffic to this launch and it converted for them. It started to sell, and that led to a huge amount more traffic. So copywriting can also result in a lot more traffic, especially if you're using affiliate traffic. And if you're buying traffic, you can invest more in buying traffic, knowing that you're converting at a higher rate, so you can afford to spend more. And you should make a lot more money if you've got sales copy that is converting well. So it's not only important for one or two buyers that are looking at your page, it's important for potentially thousands of buyers, and potentially a lot of affiliates as well that are looking at good products and wanting to promote good products, whatever niche they are.
Bring us inside. Let's take a look. I've got some more questions for you, but I'm thinking that you're going to answer a bunch of them just by showing us the demo. So bring us in. Let's see how this actually works.
Cool. So this is the software right here, and I'm on a really large monitor. It's about 27 inches, so it shows quite large. When you get it, it'll probably be about about a quarter of what for the average laptop user, or it'll probably be a lot smaller. But anyway, when you come in here, you've got the training up here. This will go through, and there really is only 3 steps. There isn't a lot that we need to show you about when it comes to using the software. It is a really easy software to use. All you need to do is either click Add New Avatar here, or go into New Avatar over here. Either one will work. Click on New Avatar. And what it's going to do is it's going to load up the first stage of our copy. So the first step, and Mike, I'm sure you do this as well, the first step in creating any sort of product really is identifying who your audience is. Who are you going to sell to? Who's your ideal customer? Who's going to be interested in your product? So what the software wants to know is, who is that person? Who is it that is going to buy your product? Who's going to be most interested in it? So it can then start to tailor your scripts to the right person. So first of all, it's asking for your ideal avatar profile. That's who your person is. Are they male? Are they female? Are they both? What's their age? What's their average age? What is your product that you're promoting? It could be a fitness product, for example. It could be fitness avatar. And education level, we could say college, and relationship single, and then we can go into, it's in the fitness niche. So first of all, the first step number 1 is you're really telling people, or telling your audience about, or telling the software, about who your audience is. Then from there we go into the USP. This is basically framing the sales copy. Okay, this is positioning it, helping to position it. And what you'll notice here is we have examples on each one of these different steps, so you can actually see how to write these different steps. Now, one thing to note is the more time that you take on this, and the better that you add, the better your answers are, and the more specific they are to your product, the better your copy is going to be in the end. Because the software is using this information in order to construct scripts, it's really important the information here is good. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to a pre-created one that I did earlier. And I actually outsourced the creation of this one. I should probably mention I got my outsourcer who I pay a amount per hour for, who actually went through and rewrote this, wrote these all for me. So you can actually hire someone to do this for you if you really wanted to. But basically, it's gone through the epiphany moment. I discovered.
Let me just interject really quick and just say that sure. It's like, to hire someone to write copy for you, to write like real sales copy, that's going to require someone that's a real expert. But to hire someone to fill out a form for you, I mean, anyone can do that. So it doesn't require like an expensive person. I just wanted to put that.
Exactly. I mean, if they understand English, they can read the examples and they can rewrite the different scripts. What I gave basically, this is the sales page. This is the same target market as we're focusing on, the same sort of product, and she used that to add in the data that she wanted to the software. So you can see here, you need to fill out a little bit. It goes through. You don't need to fill out everything. You can add parts later on if you really want to, but this is basically just giving a good overview of everything. So then we've got pain points and focus, right? What is the pain that you're trying to solve? So it might be that unable to lose that belly fat, okay? Or it could be the number one pain that you want to avoid is, as it says here, losing money on advertising and becoming overwhelmed. Not a bad example. Cool. And then it's got what are the major problems that they face. Okay, what is the major problem that your audience faces? Call prospects and get low closing ratios, experience a lot of failure and overwhelm. Okay, so you'd write something for your niche or for your copy based on that. And we continue down here. We go to step 4, your offer. This is what price you want to sell it for. This is if you have any bonuses, you can add them in. This is do you have any testimonials, you can add them in as well. And you can also add in, if you want to, upgrades as well. Okay, so it has a space here to add upgrades because there are OTO scripts that we have in the software, so you can actually generate your entire funnel if you want to, depending on what it is that you're offering. You've got then call to actions, and you've got the wrap up, which is basically just your personal details or business details that someone will want to know, or that might apply to some scripts, all right, because some of the scripts are different. So you might not see the connection between filling out this form and the script that you're looking to generate. However, one of the scripts or two of the scripts will be really relevant to what you fill out here. Cool. And we also have, as you can see here, some drop downs as well to help you with it. Now, once you finish that, you click update and it's going to update your script or save it. And you can see here I've got different avatars. So you can have as many avatars as you want. It also says if there's still information to be filled out, it'll have this little icon here. If you've missed any information, if it's not 100% complete, then it will give you this error. And the reason it does that is so you can come back later and add to it if you want to. Now, I've filled out most of it. I've filled out all of the relevant information. So then all I need to do is go to generate script. And when I go to generate script, it's going to present me with all the different niches. And depending on which niche you select, the script is going to be different. So choose the niche that is right for your offer. Okay, these have all different sales pages, video sales scripts. They're all different depending on what the niche is. So we go into health and fitness for this one. Then we can search for our avatar. We can find it. And currently, my I believe that's one of the reasons I need to fill it out completely. My avatar is just go back. Is not showing up there. So let me fill out entirely our script, and then I'll be able to show you the avatar that we've just been filling out. So go back here, edit.
It looks like you've got a ton of different niches in there. So if people are doing like online marketing, if they're doing local marketing, I mean, it looks like you could kind of tailor it to whatever you wanted to do with it.
You can, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can. All right, what is realistic? And find the last information here. I'm just going to paste these in here to speed up the process. And then we'll go next, and just say update. Cool, it's still showing it, so it might be that it's missed some information there, so I'd usually just find it. Either way, we'll go to generate script, and I'll go to fitness, health and fitness, and we'll go and search for my avatar. Now, it's not going to come up with the one that I've just done. The reason being that it is needs some more information filled out, but what I usually do is go back over there and then edit. Now, once I've done that, all I need to do is select the avatar that I want, and then I'm able to generate the script that I want. So I can go into funnel script, I can go into then sales page, and it'll start generating a script. So what it's doing now is it's generating that script. This is another profile, another avatar that I've done. It might show a little bit weird because it's a software avatar that I've created, but it should be okay because I filled out the information correctly. So what it's done is it's generated this, basically this sales page here, and I can go through and I can then go across and I can use this information. So you might find that there's some things you need to correct. Now, depending on how good you'd filled out the information at the start, you'll be presented with a really good script, or you'll be presented with the script that you need to do some editing with. So as you can see here, I've got some parts that I need to edit. Say for favor, for example, I believe it's the American spelling, but my browser is set to New Zealand spelling. So you go through and you can adjust it, you can add anything you want, or you can make sure that it reads correctly, basically. What you're doing is making sure that it's all reading correctly as it should. If you filled out the information correctly, then it should. Now, if, for example, you want something else added in there and you're thinking, I really would like another section added in, you can also do that right here. You can actually add a section, and the sections themselves are already pre-created as well. So as you can see here, we can actually add in, if we wanted to, a pre-section. Who else wants to increase traffic, leads, and sales? Now, the main reason that you'd grab this is, or use this, is for either a slide presentation, or you'd probably use this to send off to your designer, or you might even copy and paste this into your website builder. You could be using a website builder such as ClickFunnels or another system like that. So you can actually export it to Word. It'll download. I can then load it up. I'll just wait a sec. Where has it gone?
You know what I personally would do with this, Sam, is for me, when coming up with like a copywriting and coming up with a sales page, it's always a process of sitting down, trying to like write out the copy, looking at other people's copy, kind of looking at my old copy that I've had before, finding out what works, writing it all down. You could use this software to create the beginning part of it and then go back in and of course, I think you're going to want to go back in and edit it. If you expect it to just kind of spit it out and be 100% perfect, I don't think any software is going to make it 100% perfect, but it's going to save you hours and hours and hours of time. And I mean, I guess if you wanted to do it the lazy way, you could throw it out like that. But I think you're going to want to go back in and at least read through it once and make sure it all sounds right.
Exactly. And I mean, this is the thing, it generates it. So if you wanted to, you could even have someone, an outsourcer of yours, for example, go through and edit it if you really wanted to, if you wanted to save time. For me, I get my sister to do it. I pay my sister. She goes through, edits my work. Nothing's changed since school. And she'll go and, reword this and then send it back to me or send it to my designer, and then it's done. So really, really easy to generate these scripts. And if you wanted to, you could go back into the software and regenerate it if you want as well. Now, if I go back into saved scripts, you'll see the scripts here that I've saved. Now, you'll be able to see here that this is a Fitness Jack example. This is the fitness example that I wanted to show you before. I'll show you that now of what it looks like in one of these scripts. So this is one of the scripts that I generated with it. And I'm just going to decrease this in size so you can see it correctly. And you can see, you might find some spelling mistakes if you've made spelling mistakes in the time that you've been filling out, but it should all show as it should be. Now, if you wanted to, say, for example, if there was a URL you wanted to add in, you can also add that URL in. You can add any images if you wanted to as well, and that's more for your designer. So if you were getting this designed, you might add an image in, you might add, a few components or other elements that might be useful. You might add a link, bold some things to show the designer what you want. In most cases, though, you just export this, send it off to your designer, or go and use it yourself, copy and paste, and then paste it into your web builder to create a sales page or whatever you want to create. Also, I'll show you the scripts because there's quite a few scripts. So if you go into the internet marketing one, this has funnel scripts, webinar scripts, advertising scripts, joint venture scripts, e-commerce scripts, email scripts, OTO scripts, headline scripts, high-ticket scripts, phone scripts, story scripts. We've also got a miscellaneous one. So email scripts, for example, if we were to go into here, you can see there's a range of different email scripts. So you could say re-engagement email series. That's if you want to bring people back to your website, if they've opted in and they've left. You can do, say, for example, giveaway emails. If you clicked on giveaway emails, this is for a giveaway product. If you're giving away a product, this is the email that would include that download. And you can see here, it also has a sequence. So you've got email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5, email 6. And there you can copy and paste these. Use these scripts, add in your URL, obviously, of what you want to add in. And you can then add this in and use it as your follow-up sequence as well. So that's just one section. We could go and it'd probably take a long, long time to actually go through all of these different scripts that are in here. But there are, quite a bit. And it's really useful, especially if you're working with a client, to be able to go through and use this as well. So we could say, for example, go into advertising scripts, physical advertising scripts, and we've got, FB ad scripts. And there we are, hot lead 1, hot lead 2, warm lead 1, warm lead 2, cold lead 1, cold lead 2. And you could use these over Facebook, change them around, adjust them a bit, but then you've got your copy created for that as well. So there really is a lot that's available here if you're looking to do anything online, selling anything online, selling any sort of product or service. You'll need some sort of sales script, and this software will help with that.
That's really cool. And one thing I wanted to ask you, Sam, is I've seen other software out there that does similar stuff to Scriptengage. Can you talk a little bit about what makes this different from those other softwares?
Sure. So I haven't tried out many of the other options. I've seen probably a couple of options out there from their sales pages because I've been curious, really interested in having a look at them. The main thing that really stands out for me after looking at that is the avatar system and the way that's done. A lot of other companies, a lot of other software, what they do is they have, maybe we've got 50 scripts in our software when you first start off with. And let's say, for example, their software had 50 scripts as well. You would select a script. It would be in, maybe in a category, and it would have a space where you add in your information. So it would have a space. It doesn't really tell you what to add there. It just has a space for you to add it in. So it kind of, you kind of read the copy as you go and you fill out that space. And that takes quite a lot of time. It can be quite time consuming. The advantage of this software is the avatar system, because not only do you have to, with the other software solution or the other, way that I've seen it done, every script you do, you have to add in your text and add in your information on every script. Mm-hmm. So it takes a long, long time to do that. Your email scripts, your sales page scripts, all of that information needs to be filled in over and over again. So you can see it, it still saves you time, but it's still quite a long process. Whereas with this script, with this software, all you need to do is fill out your avatar, and then you can go in and you can grab whatever scripts you want. You don't need to fill it out several times. All you need to do is fill out your avatar once, make sure it's really, really good, and then after that, you can go get your email scripts, you can go get your sales page scripts, you can go get your opt-in scripts, you can go get your funnel scripts, OTO1 scripts, OTO2 scripts. You could get your, if you're selling e-commerce products, you can get e-commerce, sales scripts. So you can add it to sell your product. Say if you're selling jackets or a range of different jackets, or even a t-shirt, you can copy this script, add it into your website, and it's done. So it applies it to all of the scripts immediately, which means that, you can choose from, whatever copy you want, and you'll know your information is automatically updated to it. So it's really easy in that sense.
This is the second version of Scriptengage. What's new in this version as compared to the first one?
Sure. So the main thing is that first of all, we've got a new process for setting up these scripts. The UI is quite new. We've also got on top of that, we've got this new editing system. So in the previous Scriptengage, we didn't have that editing system. You weren't able to add any more additional content after you generated the script. With this, you can select, you can bring up that dialog box that I showed, where you can actually add new information into your script. Also, we've added in a ton more scripts. We've added in, I believe, double the scripts that we had in the other version. So you're getting 50 scripts opposed from 25, which I believe is in the first version. Oh, also, there's other niches. We've actually added in a number of other niches as well. The last one, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but the first version, from what I can remember, had maybe 4 to 6 different niches, whereas this one has 12 different niches now, I believe, 12 different niches. So a lot wider range of scripts and a lot more scripts as well.
If you want to sell the copy, let's say provide this as a service, is that included in the front end, or is that in an OTO that we're going to talk about in a little bit?
It's in an OTO, yeah.
Okay. So let's finish this front end off here. So everything that you've showed us today, that's all included inside the front end. Anything else that you wanted people to know about the front end before we move on?
Yep, there's one feature that I mentioned that isn't in the front end. That's the PowerPoint template. So that's the ability to export your script into a PowerPoint template, and that's in OTO3. So you can copy and paste the scripts into your PowerPoint presentations or get an outsourcer to do it, but the export function is an OTO3 feature.
Okay, so that's the front end offer there. Bring us through to the OTOs.
Sure. So as OTO1, we've got we've got a script writing component. So what we've done is, first of all, it's about 4 things. The OTO1 is it's for upgrades in future. We didn't do this in the previous one, but all future upgrades. We're continuing to add to this. So if we add more features, which we've got quite a long list of features that we're going to be adding in future, you'll get those upgrades for free. So you won't have to buy again. You'll be able to get those upgrades with the next version. Also, number 2, we've got a templates club, and you'll get automatically added to that. It's 15 new scripts every single month that will be provided into your account. When you initially get access to OTO 1, you get 15 new scripts, and then every single month after that, you're going to get 15 more scripts every single month after that. Now, as part of that, you're also getting access to a Facebook group, and that Facebook group is for Scriptengage. It's basically to share ideas about scripts, to talk to other people about what they're doing in online marketing, and it's a group where you can basically share scripts, share ideas, and talk with other community members. That's basically what it is. And you also get, and it slipped my mind, one sec, let me just check. There's one more feature that's included with it. It is, it's one that we just added in. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. So there's 3 main features. We've got a few integrations that are going to be happening very soon with the Scriptengage software, but that's a future upgrade. So that's included with the 3. What I just said, it's included with all those that I just said.
Okay, so if you pick that up, you're going to get all the future updates and everything. If you get the first OTO,
you will. Yeah.
Okay. So that's OTO 1. The next one.
Cool. So OTO 2 is basically a live coaching. So we've got a live coaching 6-week course that we're doing, and this probably isn't what you think. It's with our copywriting friend who actually got together all of these scripts. So me, Justin, and Tim will be getting together. His name is Carlos, and we'll be all on this webinar, 6 weeks training, and it's going to be all about basically how to get clients. So it also includes access to a software for going and finding clients locally, and it also includes, as part of that, all of the different resources that you'll need to get clients. It's $197, and it's also going to include agency rights to the software as well, so you can actually sell this as a service. And the value there is that there's a huge opportunity right now with the software to go and find clients that do want sales scripts written for them, that they want help with their copy. During the 6 weeks, we're going to show you, first of all, how to use the software in that way, how to get clients that would be interested in paying you between $1,000 and $5,000. $5,000 you'd obviously need to do a bit more than creating one script, but copywriters usually charge about $1,500 per page that they write. So we're going to be showing you how to find these different businesses, these different clients. Carlos is going to be mainly doing that because that's his full-time, that's what he does in his business full-time. He basically, services businesses and services clients of his to write copy. So he's going to walk you through how to do that, how to use the software to do that. We're also going to show you how to find clients. I've got a history of offline marketing. It's where I first really started getting into this business through offline marketing, helping clients. And we'll be showing you how to get people on board to help you to find clients, how to get salespeople on board. You also get a bunch of resources as well included with that, and that's as that OTO2.
Okay, so I guess from when I asked before, if you wanted reseller rights to sell the copy that you create, you need to pick up OTO2. Is that correct?
If you're working with a business and they're paying you money, yeah.
Okay, then you can go out there and you can provide this. And instead of just saying, "Here you go, guys," you can now go sell it. You guys are taking it to the next level and saying, "Okay, we're gonna let you sell it, but we're also gonna teach you how to get clients and how to be successful selling it."
Exactly.
Okay, so I like that. Okay, so
that's recorded as well.
Awesome. So if you can't attend live, then you can get all the recordings. I think you've got one more OTO.
Yep. Also, the OTO2 comes with some training as well. So immediately when you get in there, you'll get training on how to go and get clients, and there'll be some more added information there as well. OTO3 is the final upgrade. That's going to be $47, and that includes the basically the ability to export PowerPoint presentations. So that's going to be the final upgrade. It basically will generate webinar scripts for you. It'll also generate these basically, there's two ways of using this. You could either use it for webinars, or you could use it for traditional video sales letters or opt-in video sales letters. And what it'll do is it'll basically export it into PowerPoint, so you can use it for those two purposes, either webinars If you're using webinar copy, it'll immediately export your webinar copy. So if you have a webinar in 15 minutes and you're stressing out because you don't know what to say, fill out the information. Hopefully not 15 minutes. It usually takes a bit more than that to fill out the information in the avatar. But let's say you've got an hour to go and you're stressing out about it. You can add in the information that you want into these avatars, export it. It'll take it to a webinar presentation, and then you can deliver the presentation. It's all laid out, slide to slide. You're going to be okay. And it also will give you the ability to export it for video sales letters, which are, Mike, you might have used these in the past as well. Basically, they're where you, I'm doing one for the Scriptengage launch actually, where you basically, you put your audio into a microphone. You then take that audio and you edit, sync it with your slides presentation through a software like Camtasia. That's how we usually do it.
Those are so basic but so effective at the same time. Yeah. Those ones where you just have the writing go on the screen and people are talking, but you don't know how many times people have asked me how to do them. Like, people don't know how.
Yeah, and it's not that difficult. And once you've got it into PowerPoint, that's most of the battle. So all you need to do is basically do that. You can then read the slides if you want to as you record, or if you wanted to, you could have your script also exported as a Word doc. So that's one thing you could do. You could export it as probably what I'd do is export it as a Word doc. So you've got it there and you can read it, record that. And then you've also got it into a PowerPoint, so then you can click, record that on the screen, and then sync them together. We usually use an editing software to sync them together, and that's the steps to follow with that.
Sam, thank you so much for taking the time out and coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything that you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
No, that's pretty good. One thing I would like to mention is that we were going to sell this at a lot higher price than we are going to bring it out at. We were talking about $197 when we looked at it. There's other softwares that have come out at that price. We feel like our software is the best, but we've decided to release it at a lot lower cost. So the sooner you get in, the lower it'll be, but it's going to be a really bargain of a price for what you're getting, and hopefully it'll make a big impact in your business.
Again, thank you so much for coming on the show, and best of luck with your launch.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Sam. If you are interested in picking up Scriptengage 2.0 at its lowest price, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, January 25th. You're going to be able to get in on an early bird discount along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.